My name is Ogundele Oluwatobi Victor. I'm the team lead at Owambe Community, owners of Ponle Clothings, Owanbe CAO and Ceomania Alaso-Oke. I'm born and bred in Lagos, born in Mushin. I grew up in Mushin, Surulere, 31 years old, from Ekiti State, Idosi local government. Born into a maternal family of 4. I'm the last child, married to Olanike Akinwumi. Okay, I started school from nursery, from Bankolimo Nursery School. It was mainly a nursery school then. Then I moved to Randu Avenue, also in Surulere, before moving to Ijegun, where I attended St. Saviour's Nursery and Primary School, I think for class 3, 4, and 5. Then I moved to St. Saviour's Secondary School, where I had just 1 to 3. Then I moved to Ikoto High School, where I had XS 1 to 3. I finally studied English and Literary Studies at the State University, which was then University of Ado-Ekiti. I had a little bit of politics around campus, and it actually helped my exposure. Growing up for me, okay, I'm just going to syllabalize in like 4 things: the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful. The good for me, yes, growing up, early days of my life was cool, nice. I had things growing up until I clocked 9, and I was exposed to different vices, so I'll tag that as the bad. 9 for me was like age 18, because at 9, I would say I mentally came of age. Age 9, I had my first contact with alcohol, smoked at age 9, started stealing, the domestic one at 9, and as I advanced, between 9 and 15 was quite trying for me, because I was exposed to several vices. So I'll call that the ugly, and it was really trying for me because my siblings, like my family as a whole, were really proud of me. I seen my mother cry times with a number, but it's just because she's seen me do things she could not even she could not fathom my son is actually doing. So for me, it was really, really, really trying. I got different names. I got different low self-esteem. I got, I was attached to several images in between this age 9. So like 15, 16, when things was really, really trying for me. And okay, I think at some point I took some turning around, thanks to prayer, thanks to God, thanks to self-determination, got things right on track, and started picking it a step at a time. Started doing the reforms and putting things in place. I think I had like 6 years before getting admission. That too was like a wilderness period for me, because this was at the time where I'm choosing a new life, and everything just went out. Everything was at a pause. Then things started picking itself. So I'll call that the beautiful. And we went on like that from stage. I got into school and started business alongside academics. Started doing things on the side also. We're just doing everything legit, because I've been on the other side, and now it's a new life. So it was quite beautiful, because I picked up things the way they were meant to be. I did them with 1 or 2 different, and came out differently. And here we are. So bless God for the journey so far. It's been lovely. Okay, so I served. Okay, I'm laughing now because I had like almost 2 things. I had my 3 weeks mandatory camp in Jos, that was in Mango camp. Then I deployed to Ibadan, where I had the mandatory, I think, 9 to 10 months of engagement at my place of primary assignment as the PPA. Okay, my journey into entrepreneurship, it's been quite ups and downs. But at some point I just told myself, when I took the new leave, that I need to be responsible for myself, for my immediate family, and for the society. So I decided to go into some buying and selling. Started with Gary, moved to Yam, a couple of business, sold jewelries at some point, sold Ankara, sold, Then one major part I remember well was when I got into school. That was where I really knew the spirit of entrepreneurship in myself was really alive. I got into school, and as an English student, we read books, we read a lot of literature books, and in 100 level, then the lecturer came into class and gave us like 6 to 8 books to read, and people were stranded. It was in Ekiti. People were stranded getting books. There was no large supply. And I told myself, this is it. So I called my mom, linked me up with some booksellers. I got the prizes. I gave it to my colleagues in school, and I told them, okay, if they sell 500 in Ekiti, I can help them in for 450, and it's going to be fine and it's going to come in readily available. So I canvassed them, got some funds, source funds, traveled down to Lagos, got the books. I took it back to school, sold the books, and that was it. I started making money bit by bit. So at my third year in school, while the school was on strike, I think it was 6 months as to strike then. At the 5th month, I just actually went to God in prayer and like, okay, what will you have me do? If this strike will persist, what will you have me do? I want to do something that's not just now, something that I can have that will last, it's going to last me as much as you want me to be on it. So, the thing dropped. It just said Aso-Oke, and I was like, Aso-Oke. And I think that was the very moment my entrepreneurial journey started, because when he gave me the idea, he just gave me Aso-Oke. It was not a choice of me to now bring it up and brush it up and widen the horizon, and that's how the brand started from. So why we have Owanbe Community as like the mother brand now, we didn't start from Owanbe Community. We started from CEOmania Alaso-Oke, which was strictly said to cater for engagement needs and party events. But at some point I told myself it can't just be about engagement and party. We need to set out to do something different by making Aso-Oke an everyday need. We need to put it in the mind of the people where there's a need for it beyond the party and the engagement. So we started CEOmania Alaso-Oke. We did some couple of stuffs, did some casual, we tested some casual outfit on Aso-Oke. Some came out nice, some didn't even see the light of the day. Then we moved on. Then at some point, my clients, because I was just set out to do Aso-Oke, my male clients come to me and tell me, we want you to, can you help us get the inner under the Aso-Oke agbada, the Shokoto, can you help us out with it? I'll say, sorry, can you go to this person? Sorry, can you go for this person? At some point I was like, this is a need. People are coming to me for this need. So we set out for Ponle Clothings, where we now started catering for male outfit. Like what we just do is just strictly traditional male outfit. Once it's traditional male outfit, we cater for it from the Edos to the Igbos to the Yorubas, to call it any tribe. Once it's a traditional male outfit, trust me, we're up to the task. Then for a while, then I think that was mid last year, God helped us to actually move and create the Oba brand. That's Oba by CEO, where we use Aso-Oke Fabrics for sandals, for slippers, and that was like a mixture of the cock footbed, that's like mainly known as Birkenstock soles, and Aso-Oke, just to make something nice for the comfy fit, like what you have me wearing at the moment. So we went on like this, and when we add all of these brands, we're like, okay, we can't keep telling people we do this. Okay, let's get it. So we gave it Owanbe Community. That's how we got the modern name for all of these brands. So this can be people can be well attended to under just one name and have different products at their disposal. About technology and social media, I'll say God bless the guys behind social media. It's really been helpful. Then the technology guys gave us all of these devices on the small tablets and phones we have. So for social media, it's been helpful. Okay, I don't know what the business would actually look like without technology and social media. Trust me, I really don't know. But I think if we don't have these two mediums in place, I think we would have just been struggling. When I started up this business, I started on BBM. Yes, I started the business on the BlackBerry Messenger then, and I changed my name. I sent BCs to people. But this is just a summary of it. How do I mean? Facebook for me has been a major plus. 2016 was quite draggy in the business. 2017 was a major one for us, just because of one transaction we had on social media. These are people I've never seen, people who I've never met, and just like having data on my phone, I can connect to people all around the world. I put on my pictures and people get to see it, they get to share. I know there was a day I had a design I posted online, and just on Facebook alone, we had like 120 shares, like 120 individuals with minimum of 1,000 community actually shared that particular image. That was how viral it went. Trust me, even for social media or technology, all of these things I won't be able to do on myself. Yes, I might be on the street of Allen, or maybe I might be outside my shop trying to scream, but trust me, I won't get people's attention. But people in the comfort of their homes and their privacy could actually go through all of my jobs, the website. In fact, most times when people go on my website, they're like, wow, is this yours? And I'm like, yes. This is what technology has helped us achieve. It has actually broken the barrier. Now I connect to people in UK, in like Europe at large, Australia, far apart in Australia, and even Africa as a whole, North America. All of these things will connect them, with just the social media. So I wake up in the morning, I put up an image, I get the likes, I get the shares, I get the inquiries, I sell right on my bed thanks to social media on my phone. So I think technology has done a whole lot. It's got me the major and the biggest transaction so far, all thanks to social media. So it's been helpful. Okay, yes, networking has been of great help to me, because if you ask me, I'll say networking is the soul of every business. How much people talk about what you do, how much people get to refer you to others, it's like that's the biggest gift you could ever get when people, that's the biggest investment you can get from people. So for me personally, yes, it's been helpful. Okay, my very first sale was thanks to family and friends. A classmate of mine was able to sell me to her mom without seeing what I do. Just knowing my person, she was able to sell me to her mom successfully. In fact, I would say all of my clients, yes, all of my clients, at the end of the day, I now discovered that they are even like it's interwoven. I worked for this person in 2016, I have this person in 2018 coming on social media, and I'm like, oh, it's the first time I'm like, oh, I'm so and so's cousin, I saw your product doing, like, it's like kind of, it's like a circle. It's like going round, because I get, I see people, like I see school alumni now. School alumni, for instance, I kind of know my person on social media. Go ahead and like, oh, have you met so and so? It does this greatly. It does greatly. And like I even have a family. I have a family. I made stuff for them. I think first in 2016, yes, 2016, and I have them. They keep coming. Now it's like a line of 8 people now so far. Like one was in Nigeria, the other was in Abuja. Then I think at some point they had an event in Elisha, and like 3 of them in UK, and I think I have one other person from them in US. Like it's been a line, it's been a stretch. From one person keeps telling others about me, from one person to another, and it keeps going like that. So trust me, my personal strength would have actually failed me at some point. I might not have even had the right words, but these people believe in their siblings' testimony about, oh, this is what these guys do. Okay, so let us leverage on this, let us pick up on this. So for me, trust me, networking has had it all. If not for networking, yeah, could have been fine, but trust me, not as much as we do today. Because when we started Oba by CEO, for instance, it was a baby brand. Our first 40 pairs came on networking. It was okay, so I told about this, and this person told, oh, you just seen this? Okay, please, can you help me with this? Oh, I've seen this on my husband's legs. So it was like more of like from one person to another, and the chain, on like that. So the success I will share today, it's been grace and thanks to social media and networking. My brand in the next 5 years, I see 3 things. One, I see a brand that would actually meet the basic need of the clients as far as fashion is concerned. I see a brand that do that. I see a brand that's going to be helpful into Africa in telling her to the world, telling her what our fabrics and our fashion is all about, and how best it could be rocked in different form. And I see a brand like putting foods on the table of the staffs of its own immediate people, making people happy in their respective home. So these are 3 things I see the brand becoming in the next 5 years. God helping us, God helping me too. Thank you very much. My name is Ogundele Oluwatobi, fashion and fabrics entrepreneur at Owanbe Community. I will do fashion in male outfits. I will do fabrics in Aso-Oke. That's my primary calling, making the best of Aso-Oke. I will give it to the world as the best Africa has. I would implore you to join me as we change the world and do the best we can and make life better for ourselves. I will please God. Thank you.